Hello everyone, Rich here and welcome to a new episode on how to analyze any chart from scratch. Today we've got Pendle, a crypto instrument or asset, but of course you can apply the style on any market. For example, we previously covered in previous episodes US JPY, a forex pair, gold or silver, commodity, and also US 500, for example, an index or stock. So you can apply it everywhere. Feel free to check our previous episodes and request any instrument that you'd like me to cover in the comment section below. So we always start from the higher time frames like H4 daily, weekly, and monthly to feel the market, because once you know where you are on higher time frames, you know what to look for on lower time frames. Usually I start with weekly and monthly, but as you can see, we don't really find much because it's new or we don't have enough data. Usually this happens with new stocks or new crypto instruments. What I can find here is that Pendle is respecting round numbers in terms of 2.5 differences. For example, 2.5 here has been respected, the 5 round number has been respected, and also the 7.5 around the all-time high. Anyway, you can draw it or you can simply skip the higher time frames and go to the lower time frames where you have more data. In case you are wondering, as per the previous episodes, these blue and red diamonds, or what I call dots, are my baby RichTL indicator. You can get it here on the official website only. Please be aware that some people, let's say people, are trying to impersonate me. So only from the official website, richtl.com, as you can clearly see right there. Okay, you can see how it works, how it can make our trading simple, and most importantly, rule-based or objective. Anyway, from daily time frame, Panda, for example, previously was overall bullish, especially after breaking above these highs. We have been bullish and failed to break below the previous low, objective low, of course, from RichTL, especially here, as if you can see, we don't have a candle close below it. This is where the bears took over and we started the impulse movement and then a deep correction, failing to break above these highs, and then we are in a bearish trend, or we were in a bearish trend. Low highs, low lows until here. As you can see, we failed to make a low low, instead made a higher objective low, and then it broke above the previous high and have been bullish since then. Higher lows and higher highs. This is very important because, as mentioned, you want to know where you are, right? And you are clearly overall bullish. If you are bullish or bearish or in a range, you want to engulf this movement to know where you have your upper band and the lower band, because this is where you will have your edge, right? So now we can draw this channel because we are bullish. So we want to cover this bullish movement. You can also draw this one like this. You can make it, if you want, a little bit tilt like this as a rising broadening wedge. It doesn't really matter as long as you feel the market. It's an entire zone, not a laser line, and you got the idea. So you can see that we are currently in a correction phase. So correction, impulse followed correction, correction, and we are expecting now the next impulse to push the price higher towards the upper band of the channel or the wedge pattern towards this previous high, which is a supply zone. As you can see, it's still fresh, untouched, and so on. So what I care the most is that around the lower band, as long as it holds, I'll be looking for a trend following long, unless of course the entire momentum is shifted, which is clearly after breaking below a low. If you break below the low, we'll become bearish again. In this case, I will no longer be looking for longs. Instead, for those trade on margin, I'll be looking for trend following shorts, just like here, for example. Previously we have a channel and so on. On every correction, we are looking for the next impulse to push the price lower. You've got the idea. Anyway, let's keep it short. If you zoom a little bit out, you can see that we've got also multiple rejections around this area, which is lining up perfectly. So you are also able to draw an entire zone just like this, right? Previously resistance, turned support multiple times, then broken down, returned resistance, and now has been acting as support, which is lining up perfectly with this previous low, also a structure. So if this zone below, let's say 3.3, is broken downward with an entire candle close or a big break, in this case, this would shift the momentum again. Until this happens, we are long, we are looking for overall, if you want, trend following buy setups. Let's make it appear on lower time frames. Perfect. So now I usually zoom in directly to each one and try to locate or to get the confirmation that the bulls are taking over again. For example, previously the bulls took over here. I will not get into advanced patterns that you can find with RichTL because this is where you will get them when you join. But this is it. The bulls took over, the bears took over, and we have been bearish since then, right? So this is what I want. I want the bulls to take over again or to prove to us that they are strong enough to start and make higher lows and higher highs instead of, as you can see, lower lows and lower highs objectively. So what I'll be waiting for, I can see, perfect, this is the zone here as well. So I'm waiting for something like this, a new major high to be formed, an objective high, and then I'll be buying on spike upward. I got my alert ready already, but of course it's just an idea. I'll be waiting for this, a new major high, and then a break above it to confirm that the bulls are taking over again. Meanwhile, what we can expect on Pendle is a correction movement, which we already saw from daily time frame, so we can still push lower and lower like this towards this structure and support zone from daily before we push higher. So as you push lower, in this case, I'll be updating my, if you want to call it, trigger swing, right? And then I'll be buying on spike upward. Let's see how it goes. And of course, feel free to request any instrument that you would like me to cover or ask any questions in the comment section below. And I'll see you hopefully on the next one.